Hello everyone, welcome back to Eastwood Cottage Garden. Happy February 1st. We are officially in midwinter. This is the time of year I like to take a look around the garden and see what's going on, determine how my winter interest is, to take a stock and inventory on the plants that I have, see what they're doing, see how they're showing up in winter. This year we actually had some snow, so I was able to kind of take stock on what the garden actually would look like covered in snow. The snow is now melted because we've had some rising temperatures, but I wanted to touch base with you guys and just kind of share some thoughts with you that I've had about the garden so far this winter. So one of the things to think about are the midwinter realities. The garden doesn't always look the best in winter, and we can only do what we can do to add winter interest throughout the garden so that we have something beautiful to look at 12 months out of the year. One of the things I like to do is to not only walk around the garden, but actually take a look at the garden from different perspectives, especially from my windows inside the house. My goal is to have something beautiful to look at through the windows of my house. We're not always outside. Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's cold, sometimes you have to work. I work from home, so I have to look at the garden through my office window for most of the day, most of the time. So I want that to be a beautiful sight. I want to be able to do the work I need to do, and if I need a little bit of a break, a refresh, just to take a look out the window and see what the beauty is beyond. I suggest that you guys take a look at your garden, walk around your garden and see what it's like in winter, but also take a look at your garden through the windows to see what's going on, see what you can see what you might need to add. And this could be sculptures, it could be plants, and or anything. It could trees or anything like that could provide winter interest. What I like to do is to take notes and take lots of pictures or even video. This will help you get an idea of what is going on and help you remember what's happening. It's hard to see and determine sometimes what the garden's going to look like in winter while we're looking at it in spring and summer and fall, because everything is beautiful and lush, and it's hard to sometimes to picture what is happening when the leaves fall and the plants go dormant. So it's good to have a picture record of that. Another thing I like to do is to make a list of the plants that I'd like to see in the garden in the year to come. Gardening can be expensive, so making a list of that and then ordering things in an incremental basis kind of can help with the cost of planting things in the garden. Also, a good thing to think about is maybe any kind of garden art or garden furniture that you would want to save up for. Just kind of get an idea of that. Start the year with a list, and then you could tick off your list as you go along. And then maybe even you'd have to wait a couple of years to get it, but it could be your wish list and something to work forward to work towards and look forward to. The one other thing I'd like to mention is that evergreen doesn't always mean green. So there are a lot of plants that are evergreen interest, but they're not necessarily green plants. Heucheras are a perfect example of that. And here in Zone 7B, the heucheras are evergreen all year round, and they provide a lovely little splash of color when you're looking out the window or walking around the garden. It's like a little surprise to see what's going on. Hellebores are a great addition to the garden for winter because they start blooming around this time and they add color. They're some of the first colors that you see. Also, obviously planting bulbs to provide interest in early spring, and there are some really early flowering bulbs that will provide interest in late winter as well. The other thing to think about is preparing for garden cleanup. This is the time of year when you've seen the garden in winter, but you need to prepare for the upcoming spring and to make room for the plants that are breaking dormancy. Some of the things to think about cleaning up are, I know I have to clean up my salvia, and my hellebores, the hydrangeas, and the grasses are some things that you might want to think about cutting back at this time so that you can allow the plants to break dormancy and it won't get in the way of things. The other thing is liriope. This is a thing I need to do this year, is to trim back the liriope so that when the new growth comes, I don't have to worry about having the wintered burned foliage in the way, and it can maintain its beautiful grassy appearance. Another thing to think about is mulching your beds and your shrubs. This is a great time to do that. If you haven't done it in fall, it's time, it's a good time to think about doing it so that you won't have to rush around and mulch everything in spring. Another thing is thinking about spraying your trees if you have pest problems, or even your fruit trees, to spray them to prevent some like leaf curl or powdery mildew or that kind of thing. This is a great time to do it on a sunny day when the wind's not blowing and it's above 40 degrees. If you have that option, it's a good thing to think about. And I know there's a lot of people in the country that have a lot of snow on the ground, but you can still look at your garden through windows. You can still walk around and determine what kind of winter interest you would like to see in the years to come. The other thing to think about that I've been thinking about as well is getting different tools. So if you've been doing your garden for a while, or if you're new to gardening, gardening can be hard work. So if you're struggling with some items, there are tools that are available that can help you make gardening more fun, more enjoyable, safer, and not have you be worn out, so you can enjoy the beauty of your labors. So one thing possibly to think about is some kind of tools that you would like to incorporate in the garden, making a list of those, and then maybe putting money aside to purchase them throughout the year. They don't have to be expensive tools, but there's, might be a new set of pruners or something like that, or some weeding tools that you would like to have that you think might help you. So it's a good time to think about that right now and to stock up on them so you have them when they're available. Cleaning your tools as well, cleaning your pruners and sharpening your shovels, getting in the hose and all other kind of garden implements, those who have lawnmowers, tuning up your lawnmowers so that they can be prepared for the season to come. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you consider subscribing so you can see more content. I really enjoy the interactions that have been made through watching my videos. I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the subscriptions, I appreciate the comments, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.